The movie opens with a teenage boy named Mattia trapped inside a deserted subway station. At first, he thinks he's just lost, but after walking past exit 8 again and again, he realizes something is seriously wrong. No matter which direction he chooses, he always ends up back at the exact same place. As he searches for a way out, he keeps seeing the same silent man walking through the station. The stranger never speaks or even looks at him. Gathering his courage, Mattia decides to ask for help, but before he can say a word, the man suddenly appears right behind him with a disturbing smile, as if he already knows what Mattia is about to ask. Terrified, Mattia runs away without looking back. A few moments later, he notices something strange. One sign says Exit 0, while the board above it still reads Exit 8. Nothing about this place makes sense anymore. He spends what feels like hours trying every possible route, but every path leads him back to the same spot. The exits aren't real, they're just part of an endless maze. Desperate, Mattia presses every emergency intercom he can find, but none of them respond. His phone is completely useless too, with no signal at all. With no one to help him, his eyes drift toward a picture hanging on the wall. It shows a line of ants endlessly walking in circles, trapped in a loop with no escape. Looking at it, Mattia realizes the terrifying truth. Just like those ants, he's stuck in a never-ending cycle. Before he can process that thought, something horrifying happens. A thick red liquid suddenly starts dripping from the Exit 8 sign above him. It splashes onto his face like blood. Frozen with fear for a second, Mattia instinctively runs backward instead of forward. The moment he stops, he notices something has changed. The sign that previously said Exit 0 now reads Exit 1. Everything else looks almost identical, but this board contains a set of mysterious rules. It says that whenever something looks different or abnormal, you must immediately run back. If nothing has changed, you should keep walking toward Exit 8. Mattia quickly connects the pieces. The blood-like liquid was the abnormal event. By running back at the right time, he unknowingly cleared the first step of this deadly puzzle. For the first time since getting trapped, he feels a spark of hope. He starts walking toward Exit 8 once again, carefully checking every corner for anything unusual. This time, nothing seems out of place, so he keeps moving forward. But when he reaches the next board, his hope disappears. Instead of Exit 1, it has reset back to Exit 0. That's when Mattia finally understands the real rule of this place. It's just like a game. One wrong move wipes out all of his progress and forces him to start from the beginning. If he wants to escape alive, every decision has to be perfect. To avoid making another mistake, he pulls out his phone and begins taking pictures of every hallway, every sign, and every tiny detail. He even photographs the mysterious man who keeps passing beneath the Exit 8 sign. On his next attempt, he carefully compares everything around him. Nothing seems different, so he keeps moving forward. This time, when he reaches the next board, it finally displays Exit 1.
His plan worked. He has successfully cleared the first level. Knowing the next stage will be even harder, Mattia reaches for his phone to compare the photos he took earlier. But his heart sinks. Every single image has turned completely blurry. The station has erased all of his evidence. Now Mattia has only one option left. If he wants to escape this endless nightmare, he'll have to trust nothing but his own eyes and memory. While Mattia is still thinking about everything, he suddenly notices something strange. The silent man who always walks beneath the exit sign is now standing completely still. Mattia instantly realizes this is the abnormality. Without wasting a second, he turns around and runs back. But the terrifying part is that the man starts following him. Panic takes over. Mattia stumbles and falls to the ground. When he gets back up, the man has disappeared. In front of him, the board now reads Exit 2. He did it! He has successfully cleared another level. After surviving 2 stages, Mattia becomes much more confident. Instead of panicking, he begins carefully memorizing every detail of the station, knowing that even the smallest change could save his life. As he walks through the same endless corridor once again, he suddenly hears a little child crying from inside a locker. His heartbeat speeds up. Slowly, he opens the locker. The movie doesn't reveal what he sees inside, but judging by his horrified reaction, it is something truly terrifying. Mattia immediately slams the locker shut and runs back without looking back. When he reaches the board, it now says Exit 3. Only 5 more levels remain before he can finally escape this nightmare. Determined to keep going, Mattia heads toward Exit 8 once again, carefully scanning everything around him. This time, an uneasy feeling creeps over him. It feels as if someone is secretly watching his every move. He looks at the pictures hanging on the wall and freezes. The people inside the photographs are staring directly at him. Their eyes slowly move, following him wherever he goes. Realizing this is another abnormality, Mattia immediately runs back. A few moments later, the board changes to Exit 4. A smile finally appears on his face. He's already halfway through the game. But along with relief comes even more pressure. He knows one careless mistake will erase all of his progress. Taking a deep breath, he starts another round toward Exit 8. This time, something impossible happens. His phone suddenly rings. The caller is his ex-girlfriend.
Mattia is completely confused because they had broken up only a few days earlier. Still, he answers the call. On the other end, she drops shocking news. She's pregnant. She tells Mattia that the final decision is his. If he wants to keep the baby, she's willing to come back and raise the child with him. The news leaves him speechless. At that moment, Mattia remembers an incident from a few days ago. While riding a train, a crying child had been yelled at by an angry passenger. Mattia wanted to defend the child and the mother, but fear stopped him from speaking up. If he couldn't even stand up for a stranger's child, how could he become a father himself? Lost in these thoughts, he quietly ends the call. The very next moment, his heart sinks. The board that had displayed Exit 4 now reads Exit 0. Only then does Mattia realize his terrible mistake. He already knew there was no phone signal anywhere inside this station. That call itself was the abnormality. Instead of running back, he got distracted and ignored the biggest warning of all. Because of that single mistake, every level he had cleared is gone. He has been reset to the beginning. After coming so close to escaping, Mattia can no longer control his emotions. He collapses to the floor and screams in frustration, knowing he has to survive the entire deadly game all over again. Mattia wanted to escape this nightmare, but after losing all of his progress, he had no motivation left. He dragged himself through the station with heavy steps, almost as if he had already given up. As he walked through the endless corridor again, he suddenly spotted a little boy. Thinking the child was another abnormality, Mattia immediately ran back toward the exit board, but nothing happened. The board still showed Exit 0. Only then did he realize the truth. The child wasn't part of the maze. Just like him, the boy was another victim trapped in this endless loop. At the same time, Mattia saw the silent man in the suit walking through the station once again. That's when he finally understood that the man wasn't a monster either. He had also been trapped here all along, desperately searching for a way out.
The movie then flashes back to reveal what had happened before. Earlier, the man in the suit and the little boy had been working together as a team. During one of their attempts, they met a young woman wandering through the station. Strangely, unlike everyone else, she wasn't trying to escape. The man asked, "Why aren't you looking for a way out?" The girl smiled and replied, "Every day I get pushed around on crowded trains, then I go to work and repeat the same miserable routine. Life outside is exhausting. I'd rather stay here." As she kept talking, something felt wrong. She suddenly began repeating the exact same sentence over and over again. Then her voice slowly changed. It became deeper until it sounded like a man's voice. The man instantly realized this was the abnormality. Without wasting a second, he grabbed the child's hand and ran back. When they reached the board, it displayed Exit 6. They were only 2 levels away from escaping. Excited, they started another round, carefully searching for the next abnormality. Soon they saw the same girl again, but this time she walked past them without saying a single word. At that moment, the child noticed something unusual. The door handles in the corridor were attached in a completely different way. He immediately tried to warn the man, but the man ignored him. Thinking it wasn't important, he kept walking forward. That tiny mistake cost him everything. By the time he realized what had happened, it was already too late. The board had reset to Exit 0. Every level they had cleared was gone. The man was completely devastated. He screamed in frustration, but no matter how angry he was, there was only one choice left. He had to start the game from the beginning. So once again, he held the child's hand and continued through the endless maze. During their next attempt, the man suddenly noticed a staircase leading upward. His face lit up with excitement. Finally, a real way out. He rushed toward the stairs, but the child immediately stopped him. "This is a trap," the boy warned. "It's an abnormality. We have to go back." The man refused to listen. Certain he had found the exit, he climbed the stairs alone. The child quietly turned around and followed the rules instead.
When he reached the board, it displayed Exit 1. That proved the child was right. The staircase itself had been the abnormality. By choosing it, the man became trapped forever with no chance of returning. The story then shifts back to the present. Mitaya looks at the lonely child and quickly understands what must have happened. The man in the suit never abandoned the boy on purpose. He simply never made it back. Feeling sorry for the child, Mitaya decides to stay with him. Before long, he discovers that the boy is incredibly intelligent. His observation skills are amazing, and he can notice even the tiniest changes that most people would completely miss. Working together, the two quickly clear the first level, then the second, and soon they begin searching for the abnormality needed to clear the third. But just as they move deeper into the station, the lights suddenly begin to flicker. The entire maze falls into an eerie silence. As Mitaya and the child continue through the maze, the atmosphere suddenly becomes even more terrifying. The sound of a crying child echoes through the station. At the same time, strange rat-like noises begin coming from every direction. Feeling uneasy, Mitaya switches on his phone's flashlight. The light reveals something horrifying. The silent man is standing nearby in an unnatural position. Mitaya instantly realizes this is another abnormality. Without hesitation, he grabs the child's hand and runs back. When they reach the board, it confirmed they made the right choice. They've cleared another level. Everything they saw was nothing more than another deadly test designed to trick them. On their next attempt, they come across a woman standing alone in the corridor. Mitaya immediately assumes she's the next abnormality and turns to run back, but before he can move, the child suddenly breaks into tears. Instead of running away, he rushes toward the woman, believing she might be his mother. Knowing it's only another trap, Mitaya quickly picks the boy up and runs back despite his cries. Moments later, the board changes once again. They've successfully cleared another level. Even though they're getting closer to escaping, Mitaya doesn't feel happy anymore. Instead, he feels sorry for the little boy. The child has been separated from his mother and forced to survive this nightmare all alone. Holding the boy's hand tightly, Mitaya silently promises himself that if they ever escape, he'll reunite the child with his family.
The next round feels strangely different. This time, nothing seems unusual. Every hallway, every wall, every object looks exactly the same. Even Mitaya begins to think there isn't any abnormality at all. But the child notices something almost impossible to spot. The number 8 on the Exit 8 sign is hanging upside down. It's such a tiny detail that almost anyone would ignore it. Thanks to the child's sharp observation, they immediately turn back. The board changes once again. They've cleared level 6. Only 2 more stages remain. Mitaya realizes that freedom is finally within reach. Soon he'll escape this endless maze and return to the real world. But for some reason, his heart feels heavier than ever. As they begin another round, disaster suddenly strikes. A massive wave of water rushes through the corridor without warning, turning the station into a raging flood. Mitaya immediately tries to run back with the child, but before they can escape, the boy slips and is swept away by the powerful current. Without thinking about his own safety, Mitaya jumps into the water to save him. The moment he dives in, everything around him changes. Suddenly, he's standing on a peaceful beach under a bright blue sky. The nightmare is gone. The child is no longer just a stranger trapped in the maze. In this vision, the little boy is his own son.
For the first time, he understands something that had always scared him. Becoming a father isn't a burden. It's one of the most beautiful feelings a person can ever experience. Before he can fully embrace that realization, a sharp pain shoots through his body. The beautiful vision disappears. Mattia opens his eyes and finds himself back inside the freezing flood. Using every bit of strength he has left, Mattia fights against the powerful current. He lifts the little boy above the water, refusing to let him drown. But he can't save himself. The flood carries Mattia away, and he disappears into the rushing water. After some time, the child wakes up alone inside the ruined station.
Even without Mitaya, he remembers every rule of the maze. Staying calm, he follows the path they learned together and turns back at the right moment. When he reaches the board, it now reads Exit 7. Only one final level remains. Meanwhile, the movie cuts back to Mitaya. To his surprise, he has also reached level 8. Instead of celebrating, he becomes suspicious. Is this really the exit, or is it just another trap? For the first time, he sees a staircase leading upward, and people are casually walking on it as if everything is normal. Mitaya hesitates. Should he go back, or finally move forward? After thinking for a moment, he decides to keep walking. As he does, he notices something impossible. His phone suddenly has signal again. Believing he's finally escaped, he immediately calls his ex-girlfriend. The moment she answers, Mitaya says, "I'm ready. I'll take responsibility." At last, he has accepted that he's ready to become a father. Feeling relieved, he boards a metro train. But within seconds, something feels strangely familiar. Then a child starts crying. An angry man begins yelling at both the child and the mother. It's the exact same incident that had flashed through Mitaya's mind earlier in the movie. His smile slowly disappears. He looks around the train. Every passenger seems strangely lifeless, completely absorbed in their phones. That's when the horrifying truth finally hits him. He never escaped. This wasn't the real world. It was just another layer of the maze. The biggest abnormality was the world around him, but instead of turning back, he kept moving forward. That single mistake trapped him once again. The game had fooled him one last time. And with that shocking realization, the movie comes to an end.